Search Dallas Cowboys. First thing that pops up, Dak Prescott, Zeke Elliott party during quarantine. Wait a minute. Cowboys cupboard. I'm looking at Cowboys Wire, and there's an article here that says Cowboys cupboard not bare at wide receiver behind Cooper and Gallup. Who are they saying? Okay, let's see. The club does have some interesting options. Let's see what's up, Brahesh? What's up, Canchola? What's up, AJ? Javier, what's up? I'm interested in our options at wide receiver behind Cooper and Gallup. Tony Pollard. We'll get into that. I like that. Who else? What other option behind Devin Smith? Maybe, but he didn't do it last year. Cedric Wilson. Maybe, but he didn't do it last year. Noah Brown and Lance Lenore. No, I can't get behind none of these. What's up? What's up? Who else is up? What's up, Josh Johnson? Yeah, I would like to say I do it on purpose, Brahesh, but I always mess up the programming, and because I'm doing things, playing with things, so I mess up with the programming. And I got new lights here too. So these lights, believe it or not, these lights affect those lights as well. So it was that as well. But it's just by chance. I'm not really changing them up. They're just different every show. What's up, Mosh? Possibly John Vea Johnson as well. Exactly. What's up, Vern? We periodically every year we pump up these lower on the totem pole wide receivers without any proof of success. Noah Brown, man, I was so hopeful of Noah Brown. Yeah, we're talking running backs today, so I'll throw up 33. I decided not to do linebackers. I'm done with defense because I just figure if we're going to get a linebacker, it's going to be in the later rounds. If we get a linebacker in like the first 4 rounds, I'm really surprised, super surprised. What's up, Javier? Do I watch the UFC? Not really. No. What's up, King James? Lance who? I know exactly. I was all over Lance. See, the thing about this, guys, everybody on this list, I have been so hype over. I've been, except for Devin Smith, but Devin Smith, I really got kind of hype over when I saw what he was doing in the preseason and what he could do, and then he just disappeared on me. But Cedric Wilson, y'all know, Ced has been my boy since day one. Noah Brown, I've been very intrigued with Noah Brown. Lance Lenore, I was all over Lance Lenore. I thought he was like the thug. And then they got, Then they got Ventel Bryant, the dude they picked up last year. And then John Vea Johnson, Tevin Jones. We need a wide receiver, guys. What's up, Bosh? Dwayne Thomas, you right. Kevin Ogletree. Yeah, the Chiefs are smart. They'll do that. What's up, Tony Snow? The kid from Arizona State, Ayuk, Brandon Ayuk, Vern. He's nice. He's nasty. He's having core surgery right now, but he's nasty. Fight Island. Jonathan Taylor, I like him. Fog Diney. Bring back Andre Holmes. Great name, AJ. Great name. The 6'6". That was, hey, man, I was so hyped over Andre Holmes. It was ridiculous, AJ. I really was. Who's my favorite non-Cowboys paper for the 90s? Michael Vick, probably Debo. Probably going to be Vick. If anybody player that didn't play for the Cowboys that I like. But was Vic in the 90s? No, Vic wasn't in the 90s. Was he, Debo guy? Uh, I had a lot of hate for everybody else other than the Cowboys in the 90s. No, I did not catch the DJ Premier RZA IG battle tonight. No, it's tonight. All right, I will look for it. Is it going to be on Instagram, Kev? I'm a DJ Premier fan. And you know RZA, of course. Yep, Instagram IG battle. What time is it going to be? Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody tell me what time. No. Vic was 2000. Kev, I was looking. Just let me know what time it is, Kev. And I would definitely be in here. I got a real drink tonight, and I will listen to that. I will pump it up. I can't do it online because, copyright stuff. But hey, I'm there. What's up, Ventura? 9 p.m. All right, got it. Why do we need a receiver? Okay, Quest Cowboy, I'll break it down for you. Okay, this is why we need a receiver. Last year, from last year's squad, when we were the number one passing offense in the league, the number one offense in the league, but we had Gallup, we had Amari Cooper, and we had Randall Cobb. All three receivers racked up a lot of yards. 2,000-yard receivers, and Cobb was 860, something like that. Cobb was a lot. Now, we've lost Randall Cobb. And last year, when we didn't have Amari Cooper, when we just had Cobb and Gallup, there was no one else of that list of people that they said, from Devin Smith to Cedric Wilson to none of those guys were able to pick up, so we can have a three wide receiver threat when Amari Cooper was gone. So that is problem A. Problem B is one of those pieces are gone. Randall Cobb is gone. So now instead of those three guys, we have two guys, and no slot person in the middle. So that's another thing. Number three reason why we need a wide receiver is this guy, Amari Cooper, has been paid. This guy, Michael Gallup, is going to be needing a contract very soon. Now, this guy is producing the same as this guy. So this guy has got a monster contract now. So when it's this guy's time, he's going to want a monster contract too. Now, we're going to have to use leverage here and have a third guy who's as good as both of those two, so we can either A, let Amari go, because we can get rid of him after 2 years, let Amari go, move Gallup up into one and the new receiver up into two, or B, let Gallup go and move that younger receiver on a rookie contract up to receiver two. Because in no way are we going to be able to pay Amari Cooper a monster contract and Michael Gallup a monster contract. It's not going to happen. So that's why we need a wide receiver. We need to keep up with what we were last year, and we need to set ourselves up for the future. Very important. Yeah, exactly. Amari Cooper gets hurt all the time now. He does get hurt off. What's up, L4G? You hit me up on Twitter. I'll look for it, Dallas Cowboys for life. I hadn't been on Twitter in a minute. We'll do Dallas Cowboys for life. I usually check Instagram, but I'll check Twitter. I'm probably not going to be able to check Facebook, for you Facebookers out there. Facebook is hard for me. Realistically think we should get at wide receiver? I don't know. There's so much Casey Williams. There's so much talent out there at wide receiver. We can just let talent fall to us in the first round. If somebody like Ruggs or falls to us, then snatch him. If Rager falls in the second round, or Hamler falls, or something like that, wherever some talent falls in your lap, you know what I'm saying? I say go for it, because we don't have to overreact for a wide receiver right now. But we do need a guy who we think can be an eventual starter for the Dallas Cowboys, not just a flash in the pan type wide receiver. We need somebody that's going to be a starter for the Dallas Cowboys. DeAndre Swift? Nah, not really, Cam. Cornerback first round, no question. If it's a good cornerback, I don't want to reach for just a cornerback on the first round. Yes, Javier, it is. Javier, check this out. It is gluten-free. I'm telling you, I'm Californian to the T. It is gluten-free vodka with cucumber and mixed with pineapple juice. It is nice. Okay, I got you, Dallas Cowboys for life. Having a good wide receiver will make Cooper better too. It will push him better. Exactly, L4G. Shango, what do I think about trading down and picking up an extra pick and then trading away that first round for Adams? Like I said, it's hard for me because I love the draft so much. This is like my favorite time of the year, and I love, geeking out over our draft picks, yada, yada, yada. But this is the year we need Rager, Brehesh. We need Rager. This is the year. If you're going to trade draft picks for an established NFL star, this is the year that you do that, because the draft is so weird. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. We don't have all the information. You can't have the normal pick and prod process when you're looking at players or whatever. You got to go by stats and things of that sort, and tape and all that kind of stuff. So this is a weird draft. This is the draft to, like, I don't know. To say, I don't know, let me get a sure thing. And so I wouldn't be too mad. Like the Amari Cooper thing, I was mad, but I wasn't too mad, because I knew he was still young and he could sign another contract and be with us for like 5 years, and that's what actually happened. But yeah, it just will make sense. Hello, Sheila Neal. Can we get a starter in the third round? A starter where? Vern, I tell you what, we can get a starting wide receiver in the third round. We can get a starting offensive tackle in the third round. We can get a starting defensive tackle in the third round. What we can't get is a starting cornerback in the third round. We probably can't get a starting safety in the third round. And we probably can't get a starting guard or center in the third round. Maybe a center in the third round. What's up, Daniel? Oh, Casey, no. Dak, Dak is very good with the deep ball. Look up Dak's stats and how well he threw the deep ball. We just freak out so much when he overthrows and overthrows somebody and all that kind of stuff. But when you look at Dak's stats beside other quarterbacks that throw deep balls and stuff like that, Dak grades out pretty well. I think so. I don't know. I just remember seeing it, and I remember hearing it. That's why I say that. So check it out for me. Not for you. Not for the Cowboys. Do you think Swift goes first round or second round? I think Swift goes second round. I think all those other, it's like 5 real good running backs in the draft. I'm gonna get ready to go over them in just a second. Let me bring them up. I'm gonna go over them in just a second. There are 5 good running backs. I think Swift might be the worst of the 5. And the 5 are DeAndre Swift, Zach Morris, Jonathan Taylor, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and J.K. Dobbins. if Swift falls to the fifth. Yeah, Swift should go second, somewhere late second maybe. But still, it's hard to believe to see all those 5 quarterbacks that are going to go in the first 2 rounds with the other players that could go and the needs and all that kind of stuff. We're not that deep in offensive line, Quest Cowboy. We can use some players there. We can definitely use players inside, and we have questions about our tackles as far as Tyron. What's up, Ready Red? Do you think moving... wait a minute, Andres asks me. Andres asked me, do you think moving Pollard to the slot is a good idea? Getting him more involved involved some way, somehow? Andres, just stay tuned. Stay tuned. I got that right there in my notes. I'm pointing at it right there in my notes. Just stay tuned. I'm gonna hit every point you just talked about right there. Shangar, I really want Jalen Hurts in the 4th, but I think he drops that. I think he does drop that low, just because of the history of his type quarterback. They're just not liked to draft. So he's probably going to fall to the 4th, 5th round. That's why Lamar Jackson dropped. There was no logical reason for Lamar Jackson to fall to the bottom of the draft. There was no logical reason Baker Mayfield and quarterbacks like that should have been taken in front of Lamar Jackson. It's because the draft likes quarterbacks like Baker over quarterbacks like Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts. So the draft is not going to like Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is going to be saying the right things. He's going to do all A, B, and C. But if Jalen Hurts was like 3 inches taller, threw a rifle pass and all that kind of stuff, then they work around all the other stuff. And that's just the way it is. So Jalen Hurts is going to fall. And I really want him to back up Dak Prescott. I really, really, really do. Man, Dallas needs so much. We need a wide receiver. We need a tight end. We need a cornerback. I would say we could use so much Dallas Cowboys for life. Our needs, we can get by everywhere, I think. I think we can get by everywhere. But we can use a wide receiver for sure. We can use a defensive tackle for sure. We can use another edge rusher for sure. We can use another cornerback for sure. We can use another safety for sure. We can use another tight end. We can use another center. We can use another guard. We can use another tackle. That's what you're seeing. We have so many, every position that you look at within the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, we could use a player right there. You know what I'm saying? So it's good. It's good in the sense that during the draft, we can allow a player to pick the best player for that spot, and we can probably fit that player into a position of need for the Dallas Cowboys. And if, for say, we don't get a defensive tackle, then we're okay with Poe and McCoy for at least a season, and we can get one next year as long as we slide another veteran in there or something like that. If we don't get another tight end, if we don't get a wide receiver, we can move Tony Pollard right there. So we have ways to get around it. If we don't get him in a certain position, in another position, it can just bolster it. So we're in a great way for this draft. Sorry, I just got really full of words right there, but that was a good question. Quest Cowboy says the offensive line has been the Cowboys' bread and butter for the last 8 years or so. Don't you think we should reinforce? Yes, I do. And that's why I made that video, and I was geeking out over all the offensive tackle picks and talent there. There's like 18 or 19 offensive tackles with a 4th round or above grade, which is ridiculous. So yeah, man, we can. This is definitely a draft you can reboot your offensive line. JJ asks if Dallas was to draft Trevor Lawrence and he was a bust, There's no way Trevor Lawrence is going to be a bust. JJ the mom. There's no way he's going to be a bust. I just can't. I can't see that. I mean, Trevor Lawrence is great. What's up, Chris? From Brooklyn. How do I feel about A.J. Dillon and Cam Akers? Well, Cam Akers is on my list, and let me hurry up and get down this list, and I'll talk about him. Shango, what's my first pick? Best player available, Matthew Friday. I have lots of options. Dak, well, I doubt Dak will have a fit if Dallas draft Hurts. And Dak has to up his game. I'm sorry, I hate this. We coddled Tony Romo forever. We just coddled him. Oh no, Tony is the starter. Oh, Tony might get upset if we put somebody behind him that might be just as good as Tony. We have to make that second person really bad so Tony will feel good. Don't start that crap with Dak Prescott. Put a good person behind Dak Prescott and let Dak Prescott work for his job every minute when he wakes up in the morning. I mean, what's wrong with that? I mean, seriously. Oh, he's scared. No. Dak Prescott might be mad if you draft Hurts. Screw that. Draft Hurts. Do better. Dak, you got a problem? Play better. I'm sorry. Any man cave updates? Well, no. I did get a call from my architects, and we were about to. I think we're about to put the plans into the city, but I think we're gonna hold off for a minute because we just don't know about we don't know about our jobs moving forward. It's like a real world thing happening out there with like no jobs going on. Like Hollywood is completely shut down. I mean, we're sure it's like this. When Hollywood opens back up, we're sure we're gonna get paid. We just don't know how it's gonna get here, and we don't want to do anything until we know that we have the equity to do stuff. So until then, this is my man cave, and I'm really happy with it. I'm really happy with it. I worked hard on this room. JJ said Cam Akers destroyed. Cam Akers is a monster. Destroyed his high school in Mississippi. Cam Akers is bad. He said that good person ain't Hurts. You don't like Jalen Hurts? I'm sorry. I like Jalen. I like Jalen Hurts. I really do. I think Jalen Hurts is his skill set lines up with Dak's. And again, it's not the skill set that scouts love. And oh, he's 6'6", he's got a rifle arm, he can make every throw, all that kind of stuff. But you don't have him being able to play football. There's so many of those guys that can do that. I like somebody that can play football. Jalen Hurts can play football. Now, he's not your greatest quarterback. He's not a super killer, but he can move the ball and he can win. I like that. It's a shame how many people are out of work. Hurts reminds you of Dak. Exactly. So tell me, Casey Williams, and this is my thing, and we were guilty of it. We're guilty of it right now because the skill sets of Dak Prescott is nowhere near the skill sets of our backup quarterback, redhead, what's his name? But their skill sets are nowhere near the same. And I hate a quarterback who, if Dak Prescott goes down, then we have to change our entire playbook to go with a backup quarterback who throws different type balls, who cannot run out of the pocket, who is just a different quarterback than Dak Prescott. I like for our starting quarterback to be the same as the backup quarterback. Starting quarterback gets hurt, then we can keep the same attack going on with the offense, the same type plays, same type thing, and Cooper Rush. Ready, Red. I never heard Cooper Rush. That's a good one. That is a good one. You like Jake Fromm? Yeah, but like I said, Casey Williams, Jake Fromm is nowhere like Dak. He's like if you put Jake Fromm in for Dak, then you got to run different plays. I don't think Hurts will be as good as Dak either, but I don't think Hurts is going to be bad. I think Hurts will be a quality backup. What Cooper Rush? What ain't that good? Joseph Return. How have we not used? I mean, he's a redhead too. He's got rusty hair. How have we not done that? We also need a better center. Losing Frederick was a big loss, and I don't think Looney is the right man for the job. Most of Dak's sacks last year was when Looney was at center. Yes, but we have one option already on the football team, Dallas Cowboys for life. We have Connor McGovern. Connor McGovern would rate out as probably maybe a second rounder in this draft or whatnot. Then we also have my guys. Hold on. Wait a minute. There we go. We have my boys Cesar Ruiz. He's 6'4", 319. I like his versatility. I forgot who does Ruiz play for? I forgot. I don't have it written down here. But Cesar Ruiz, he's very versatile. He can play center and he can play guard, any of the interior positions. So I like him to be able to replace Frederick. He will be like a second or third rounder. And also, my favorite pick to replace Travis Frederick is another Badger center. You replace a Badger center with another Badger center, and his name is Tyler Badass. Don't you want an offensive lineman named Badass? Badass? From Wisconsin? Come on. Michigan, exactly. I do, I do, Brehesh. There's another name I love too. Let me get through these running backs, Brehesh. There's another name I love, and I think you're gonna love it too. Hold on. Okay, we got DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift, Georgia. I think he's like the last of the last. There's nothing really elite and special about DeAndre Smith to say he should be the best running back in the draft. So, and I don't see him fitting us. The only running backs I see fitting us are those like big thug type running backs that also will be able to spell Ezekiel Elliott in the red zone and wherever he is. And then if somehow Ezekiel Elliott is suspended or hurt, then we have Tony Pollard and we have a thick running back to ride until Ezekiel Elliott gets back. So I don't see DeAndre Swift as one of those guys. I do, however, see Zach Moss as one of those guys, but there's no way we're going to spend a second round pick on a running back. That's not smart, I don't think. Jonathan Taylor is also that guy. Again, Jonathan Taylor is going to be a second round pick too. We're not going to spend a second round pick on a running back. Clyde Edwards-Helaire might be a first rounder, and he's the best of the guys, the one I would completely want. And we're not going to spend a first rounder on Helaire. And then the last one is J.K. Dobbins, and J.K. Dobbins is more like a Pollard quick hitter and stuff like that. We don't need his style. We already got his style. So it's just running backs. I don't think we have many options there. I have two guys down here. I have two options here, and these are options just in case. Here I go. Who was it? Dallas Cowboys for life. Who was asking about Pollard earlier? It's because if we put Tony Pollard at slot, I think that's a brilliant move. I ended up watching highlights of Tony Pollard more than any of these running backs on this list. I watched highlights of Tony Pollard in college at wide receiver. You put Pollard at wide receiver and running back, he's the same as Ty Montgomery. I ended up watching Ty Montgomery's highlights too. We can have a Ty Montgomery type with Pollard when putting him outside, because he made some big time wide receiver catches when he was in college. So we have him out there doing that. We can put him in the backfield. We can do a lot of things, and then also supplement Ezekiel Elliott with another quality back. We have two guys here that we can get in the later rounds. Keyshawn Vaughn. I can't remember where. I'm still mad we let Scarborough go too, King James. I can't remember where Keyshawn Vaughn played. It was somewhere in the ACC. Exactly, Brehesh. It's somewhere in the ACC, but Keyshawn Vaughn is good. And then the one running back I want. Y'all ready for it? The one running back I want. The one running back I really, really want is from the University of Miami. He's 5'10", 215 pounds. He's very dynamic. He can run in red zone, what I was talking about somebody that would spell Zeke and all that kind of stuff. He's a thick runner. He's a fast runner. And his name is DJ Dallas out of Miami. Come on. DJ Dallas, exactly, Casey Williams. DJ Dallas out of Miami, right? Keyshawn Vaughn is a Vanderbilt. Thank you, Zach. But DJ Dallas, if you don't, they're Nanoleaf. It's a company called Nanoleaf. But if you everybody look at DJ Dallas's highlights, and he could be a nice backup for Zeke, and that's if we use Tony Pollard at wide receiver. But then look at Tony Pollard highlights from Memphis, and you can see how good Tony Pollard is in space. It's like two things. He's good at running routes. He's good at catching the football. He's very natural at catching the football. And he can catch and run. I'm biased. I'm a little bit biased. Biased on that. Hey, we lost on Dallas Goddard, but I'm liking DJ Dallas a lot better than Dallas Goddard. What's up, Sheila Dale? We talked about that the other night, Andres, about Rex Ryan talking about Cooper. He got dealt with for that. Putting him at slot. Yeah, no. Cowboys for life. Dez, Pollard, Cooper, Gallup, nice. Very nice. And then you get Zeke and another running back with Zeke over there. Very nice. Very nice. You still mad we cut him in? What's up, Big Win? You coming in, and I got to go I'm taking tomorrow off. I'm not doing a stream tomorrow night. I'm going to go in there, and we got the kids some scooters for Easter, and we're going to have a big Easter family thing tomorrow night. I'll make some deviled eggs and all that kind of stuff. He was not a little bit right. I did say he was a little bit right, Red. I did say that last night. But screw Rex. He's a little bit right, but screw Rex. Rex still mad Jerry fired his brother. But I'm taking tomorrow night off. I'm hanging out with the family for Easter. We're chilling out. We're gonna search for some eggs in the yard and just have a grand day. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out, man. This was more fun than I thought it was gonna be tonight. I thought we were just gonna be chilling out doing nothing, but had a good little conversation about running backs. But again, the thing about running backs, if we can move Tony Pollard, please, after you watch this, please go and look at highlights of Tony Pollard at wide receiver. There's specific videos on YouTube where we have Tony Pollard, Memphis wide receiver, not Tony Pollard, Memphis running back. Tony Pollard, Memphis wide receiver. And look at those highlights, and you can see more of his catches, more of him running routes on the seam and catching the ball. And then you'll see also more about what Tony Pollard can do when he's in space. He's just completely nasty. We need to get that guy the ball more. Really do. All right, guys, gonna make some scooters, and I'll holler at you Monday night. Monday night. I will make a video tomorrow, but I won't be live. Holler at you. Peace.